Hi everybody, I really hope you had a lovely Christmas or just a nice relaxing time with friends and family, however you celebrate. It's currently the 28th of December. So that means we're finally approaching the end of 2021, and what a year it has been. It also means that a new year is fast approaching, which is really exciting for a lot of people. And for me, I just wanted to take this time to have a look at my investment portfolio, how it's been performing over the last year, and where I want it to get to, sort of the structure of my portfolio and what I want it to look like into 2022. So I think the first thing to share would be to show how my portfolio is actually split between different asset classes. Because if I want to make improvements, I need to know where I currently stand. And I'm not happy with my portfolio split right now, but I do believe there are reasons, why it looks like what it looks like right now, and I will get into them in a bit. So after I've shared my current setup, I will then share what I want to change and how I want it to look going forward. So the biggest asset that I have in my entire portfolio is not the best one right now. So I have 70% in cash. Now that is by no means ideal, and I know that you get such poor interest rates in the banks, inflation, if you put money in, you're more likely to get money out of the market. I know all this, but the reason that I have such a big portion of my money in cash is twofold. Firstly, I only got into investing about a year ago, and I didn't shove all my money in investing. I took the slow and steady approach. Of course, that means I now have a lot still left in cash. But also, the primary reason that I have so much in cash currently is because right now I am not working in typical employment. So I cannot guarantee that every month my employer is paying me a certain income. And because of that, I need more of a safety blanket than most people. Now, I am looking to get back into some sort of employment in the near future. And when I do, this portion here, 70%, will go down a lot, and I will stick a lot more of this into investments. But for this portion of the video, I just want to share my current setup. So 70% in cash. The next biggest portion of my portfolio that I have after my cash is the amount that I have that is currently being used towards my tax-free ISA allowance. I currently have this sitting on Vanguard, and if you want to see more about that, please check out my Vanguard playlists. I have lots and lots of portfolio updates that I do on my Vanguard portfolio. But yeah, I have about £16,000. I wish I had £16,000 sitting on there. 16% of my entire portfolio currently allocated towards those passive investments. So these funds and these index funds, ETFs, that I'm building up slowly over time to sort of be my retirement portfolio. So 16% there. Following that, I then have 10% of my entire portfolio in cryptocurrency. I have a few different cryptocurrencies, but yeah, overall 10%. And lastly, I have 4% of my portfolio in free trade. So I have 4% in individual stocks. Yeah, not much more to say about that. But so the split is 70% cash, 16% passive funds, 10% crypto, and 4% individual stocks. That's where I sit right now. And as I said, I'm still a beginner. I've only been doing this for about a year. Right, now that's out of the way, and I know that's not perfect. I know that's not great, but let's talk about how I want to change this going forward, and specifically some goals I have for my investment portfolio in 2022. The first biggest goal I have is just to invest consistently. So not trying to time the market, and just every single month invest a certain amount of money into my investment portfolio. Because consistency, I believe, is absolutely key with most things in life, and it is with investing too. The amount that I invest will surely change over time, but I just want to be sort of taking money out of my incomings each month that goes straight into investing. I don't even want to see that money. I want it to be allocated towards my investing portfolio straight away. The next thing I really want to change in 2022 is my asset allocation split that I currently have in my portfolio. I am not pleased with 70% of my entire worth sitting in cash. Currently, I do need that just because of my situation right now, but going forward, once my situation changes a little bit, I will look to decrease that by quite a lot. I want maybe 10-20% in cash, so I really need to invest that amount of money that I have sitting there and put it into different investments. I don't need to be holding that much cash when it's not doing anything for me. The next goal of mine in 2022 is to use up more of my £20,000 tax-free allowance. So this is my ISA. I don't think in 2022 that I will max out my ISA and have £20,000 in my ISA that I've invested, but I do want to start eating away at that allowance a little bit more than I currently have been. And the way that I will do this is literally to set up regular deposits into my Vanguard ISA, and hopefully over the year I will have used up much more than I have in the current year. Keeping with the theme of my ISA that I have on Vanguard, I really want to sort my portfolio out. If you've seen my portfolio videos, you will know that currently there are some duplications that I have in my portfolio. So some companies and some markets that I've invested in through multiple funds. And that's not efficient money-wise, and it's not really a great thing to do because I'm not gaining anything from it. So I do want to sit down and really carry on learning about investing and different funds out there and really just make my portfolio smaller, but covering a lot of different markets as well. The next goal for me for 2022 is quite a specific one, and that is to invest more in Tesla. I believe that for beginners, and I am a beginner myself very much still, investing in individual stocks has far more risks than investing in an index fund, for example. However, Tesla specifically is one company that I really do believe in, and I want to invest more because I think the long-term benefits of Tesla, and I suppose other EV companies, is really, really good. So I'm not about to turn Tesla into my biggest holding in my entire portfolio, but I do definitely want to invest some more money into Tesla as a company in 2022. And this may change, of course. Other companies may come up that I want to invest in, but right now, that is where my goal is for 2022. Okay, the next one is all about cryptocurrency. So I said that currently I have 10% of my entire worth in cryptocurrency. I want this to increase. I want to redistribute some of that cash, or some of that 70%, into cryptocurrency along with other investments. And on top of this, I want to also make regular deposits into cryptocurrency as an investment in 2022. Although I haven't chiseled the fine details of my cryptocurrency portfolio and what that will look like in 2022, I do know that I want to be making regular deposits investing in cryptocurrency. Right now, if I had to say what that would be mostly in Ethereum and a little bit in Bitcoin, but this may change. If you want a video all about how I invest in cryptocurrency, what I invest in, what platforms I use to do that, do let me know, because I currently haven't done that, but it's something that I could do if you guys want it. I'm by no means an expert, but I'm learning. So let me know if you do want one of those. The next one is quite a general one. And that is that I want to start investing in some stocks, whether these are individual stocks or stocks as part of a specific fund, that are very much geared towards what I believe is the future. Now, let me explain this. The future very much seems to be moving towards a new technological era, if you will, with the likes of metaverse and virtual reality and everything that's currently changing in our world as we know it today. And this is really paving the way for the future. So the way to really capitalize on this, in my opinion, would to be to look to invest in those companies and them things that are going to play a big part in the future. So you could look to invest in Meta, for example, which of course is Facebook. You could look to invest in Nvidia, which is the company that are making the computer chips. You could look to invest in some other companies. I did speak about lots of these companies in my video, so I will link that up here and how you can invest in the metaverse. But there's many, many companies that are going to play a really key role in making the metaverse, as one example, really happen and come to life. You could look at investing in NTFs. There are so many different ways, but one thing that I really want to do is learn how I can invest right now that will set me up for the future, if that makes sense. And I really believe that that is in some of these big tech companies. Another asset that I do want in my portfolio is real estate. However, I really don't think this is going to happen in 2022, maybe towards the end of 2022. I'm sort of keeping it there as a maybe target. I'm not sure I will definitely hit that, but it may happen if things go well. I suppose the biggest thing that I want to do on my investment journey in 2022 is to continue learning all about investing and the world of personal finance. And part of that is to keep making these videos, because making these videos really helps me learn more, and interacting with all of you in the comments is really, really helpful. So I'm definitely going to continue doing that and just really broadening my understanding. That's all you can really ask for, isn't it? If I learn more, I will be a better investor in 2022. I'm really happy that I began investing when I did. Of course, I wish it was earlier, but I can just continue to do so, and I really hope that you'll follow me along for the journey in 2022 and see where we get to, see if my portfolio hits these goals that I've just spoken about. I will definitely be looking back on this video near the end of 2022, and when I come to make another video like this going on to 2023, I'll look back and see if I've achieved what I said I wanted to. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and in the comments below, let me know a few goals, or even just one goal that you have for your investment portfolio in 2022. Or if you don't invest, let me know what goal you have for your personal finance journey in 2022. As always, if you've liked this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you shortly in the next video.